Hi, I'm Chef Scott Samuel here at the Culinary Institute of America at Greystone in Napa Valley. And I'm going to demonstrate a method today of cooking in a skillet and going into the oven. And I'm going to do this with a beef tenderloin. So these are pre-cut beef tenderloins, and you can see they're about an inch or higher. This is a great method for a piece of meat that we have that's at least an inch thick or higher so that we can sear it on both sides and then go into the oven to finish the cooking. So simply, we have a nice cast iron pan that's already been seasoned. It's already been used a few times. So I have it on medium heat. I've been preheating it for about 3 or 4 minutes so I can get a nice hot pan. And right before I put the steaks in, I'm just going to brush it with a little bit of canola oil, not too much, just to season the pan again. And then seasoning these steaks with sea salt and a generous amount of sea salt on the first side and fresh ground black pepper. And we're going to go right into the pan on one side for about 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes on one side, and I'm not going to touch it because I don't want it to stick. In about 2 minutes, I'll get what's called release. When I actually do take the steak and move it to flip it, it should release from the bottom of the pan. Right now, I'm creating color and flavor. And the Maillard reaction is giving me a nice brown color on the bottom. And while it's on this side, I'm going to season the top side, and then we'll flip it in about 1.5 minutes and get some nice color on the second side. Okay, so we've had it on one side for 2 minutes. I haven't touched the steaks at all, and this is the first time I'm going to take a look at, are they sticking or not? They shouldn't. They should have cooked and have the point where they're going to release, which is exactly what that is. So we have nice color on the first side. We'll take into the other side for 2 minutes before I place this into the oven and roast. And it will take between 9 and 14 minutes to cook it to medium rare after I get a couple more minutes on this second side. So these had another 2 minutes on this back side, and they look great. Our oven's preheated at 350. We're going to go right into the oven. And in about 5 minutes, I'll take it out and turn it one more time. So we're looking at a total cooking time between 9 and 14 minutes for medium rare. So in about 4 minutes, I'm going to come in and flip them, and then we'll bring them out, and I will proceed to rest them. And the carryover heat should bring the temperature up about 10 degrees. And all I want to do is give them a flip. So halfway through, so we're getting even cooking. They're looking great. And we'll put them back in the oven for another 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll bring them out and rest them. Let's take a look at our beef tenderloin. It's had enough time to be in the oven. It's been in the oven for about 9 minutes. Let's take a temperature of one of these, and I'm going to temp the largest one in the thickest part of the steak. Okay, so what we're going to do now is remove them so they don't continue cooking on our hot skillet. And then we're going to cover them with foil and let them rest. Okay, loosely covered with foil. As they're resting, they're continuing to cook, and this is called carryover cooking. I expect the degree to come up about 10 degrees from what I just tempted, so that should be at the perfect point where it's medium rare. So as you can see, the very easy method of searing in the pan for about 2 minutes on either side, roasting in the oven for about 9 minutes, removing, taking your temperature, and then resting it. And I expect in about 5 minutes I'll have my temperature that I'm ready to serve it. Great, we've rested for about 5 minutes, covered with foil. And I think our steaks look perfect. We can take a thermometer temperature and see if we're at that medium rare. I kind of go right to the center, thickest part, perfectly medium rare. And I'm going to finish it with a little bit of applewood salt. And these are ready to serve.